For the next level, we're going to add a few more sprites. So we're going to have our target and our obstacle. So I'm going to click on the animation tab, scroll down and click on new animation, upload image. Now I happen to have already found a couple of images on Google Images. So I happen to have a Krabby Patty. What you want to do is when you're uploading from Google Images, you want to click on the crop the sprite button. That's just going to make it easier when you actually go to create your game. And then you're going to click new animation. I'm going to add my obstacle or enemy, which is plankton. Click on open. Again, if I need to, I'd click on crop the sprite. In this case, I don't really need to. Okay, so then from here, I'm going to click on the code tab. And then just like we did our position and animation for our background and our character, we're going to need to do our position and animation for the target, which is like the prize. So in this case, we'll do Krabby Patty and Plankton. Okay, and we'll worry about the position later. We're going to set the animation of both our Krabby Patty and our Plankton. Okay, so then from here, I'm going to choose my animations. So Krabby Patty and Plankton. And I'm just going to hit run. And so notice that they're a bit large. So again, what I want to do is I'm going to use the sprite scale block. I'm going to change Plankton scale and the Krabby Patty scale. So I'm just going to do that. So that's going to be right here. So the Krabby Patty. And again, sometimes you might need to guess and check, but use decimals to make them smaller, use whole numbers to make them larger. Now if I hit reset and run, we'll say that maybe I would make my Krabby Patty a little bit smaller. I might make Plankton a bit bigger. Okay, so, because if he's not that big, it's going to make it kind of, a little bit more difficult. And again, sometimes guessing and checking is the best way. So if I get everything the size that I want it, that's going to be good. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move their position. So if you watch underneath where it says show grid, you'll see the position. So for example, let's say I want Plankton to be at probably the same Y position as SpongeBob. So we'll say 357. But then if I want him to be farther over to the left, let's say, for example, that's an X of 370. Technically, you could make him off of the screen by doing something larger than 400. So I might do, like, say, 410. If I hit reset and run, you'll be able to see like kind of part of Plankton there, which is a good way to start. You can always change them if need be. In this case, I'm actually going to do a different position for the Y. Again, sometimes guessing and checking is the best bet. I'm also going to do the same thing for the Krabby Patty. So I'm going to maybe put the Krabby Patty, I don't know, we'll put it maybe up here for now at an X of 364, Y of 193. All right, so 364, 193. Okay, and then if we hit reset and run. Okay, so basically what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to eventually jump over Plankton to get the Krabby Patties. So then the next thing that we need to do is we need to find the code comment game setup, which we already done. And then you're going to set the starting X velocity of the target, which is the Krabby Patty, and the obstacle. So basically what you're going to do is here where we've got position, animation, details, you're going to add that as a velocity X because X controls moving across. So we're going to go ahead and put in 2 sprite velocity X blocks. And so then from here, what you're going to do is you're going to type in Krabby Patty, velocity X, and we will set it to, I'll say 3. Again, then you're going to do Plankton, velocity X. Again, we'll do 3. And so then if we hit reset and run, you'll see that it's moving the wrong way. So I did that on purpose, common mistake. Remember to move from right to left. We want to do a negative number for the velocity. You hit reset and run. So now you'll see how it moves. And again, from here, if you need to change anything like the X and Y position, for example, my Plankton isn't on the ground, so I might just go ahead and change his Y position maybe from 320 to 340, see how that looks. That looks pretty good. So basically what you're eventually going to do is you're going to set it up so that you have controls where you would hit the up arrow to jump and get the Krabby Patty. But anyway, so that's pretty much it. It says that when you test your program, the player should be on the screen and the target and obstacles should start off the screen and move across the screen from right to left. So again, if you wanted them to be completely off of the screen, that would be making a big exposition. So instead of doing the exposition you have, you could do, like 500 or 600. So again, if you were to go ahead and do that, you could do, for example, say 500, 570. And what that'll do is you'll see it's off the screen at first, but then it appears.